Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. MadWorldTarot on the move still. I'm a traveling tarot lady still and will be for the next few days. And I was actually going to take a couple of days off, but of course, as I uploaded my videos yesterday, the terrible news, very distressing news, broke about the Princess of Wales and also about the king. His health situation, we all know what it is. It's not particularly serious. It's not something necessarily you want everyone to know about. But hers, a mystery, seemingly very serious, 2 weeks in hospital, months of recovery time, and a chill has really fallen over the royal sphere. And I want to know what's going on. I have, of course, the trusty apprentice tarot deck. There it is for this reading, because it's the only tarot deck that I brought with me. And we're going to have a quick little 5-card reading in this. The Wi-Fi where I am, I'm up in the mountains. The Wi-Fi is very bad. So I'm going to keep this as short as possible. I, of course, did year-ahead readings for some of the senior royals a week or so ago, and I did a reading for Catherine, and it was quite disturbing. And I can remember vividly saying that this is somebody who's under a lot of pressure, who really needs to take time out. She's exhausted, she needs rest, she needs to go away. There seemed to be a lot of stress and strain and worry and even conflict in that reading that I found quite strange compared with her energy, say, a year ago. And of course, she has been under enormous stress. Oh, tarot card on the floor, man overboard. And that means a pause and me overboard too. That's the card that was that went overboard. Queen of Pentacles. That is the Catherine card. How weird. Anyway, so she's been under a lot of pressure because of parkour-related things. A lot of people speculating it might have something to do with that. The stress from that, we don't know. We're going to try and find out. Little 5-card reading. How is she? How worried are the royals collectively about the situation? She is make or break for the royal family right now. Without her, they don't have a hope. That's my personal opinion, and I think they've shared that opinion. And we're going to ask if we can have any indication of what is actually wrong with her. We've been told it's not cancer. We've been told it wasn't a terrible emergency. It was something planned, but, you know, hurried. We can speculate. We're not being told. And of course, medical privacy, very important. Meghan Markle has enjoyed that, so why shouldn't the Princess of Wales? I'm struggling in this tiny little space that I have managed to conjure up here. So it's all a bit on the fly with the old moth-eaten tarot table cloth. And 2 of Wands in the underlying position. That's our underlying energy for that. That is something that is planned, the 2 of Wands. So it's telling me that this wasn't something that is a shock and out of the blue and had no idea, and a terrible emergency and sirens and lights flashing and all of that. Not that kind of thing. It's something that has been planned, even though, of course, the schedules have been cleared for the next few months, and which is rather startling from a royal point of view. We haven't seen something like that for, I don't know, when last did we see something like that? But planned. And in partnership as well with that 2 of Wands. And of course, let's remind you, tarot, fun and entertainment, in my opinion, all speculation. We just read energy here, and disclaimer in the box below. So let's get that out the way. That is our underlying energy. And if I sound a little bit out of breath, it's because I am. It's because I've just done an exhausting walk up a vertical, just about a cliff face. Let's have a look at the actual situation we're dealing with. We're dealing with the 6 of Pentacles. That is somebody who is worn out, somebody who's been taken for granted, somebody who has been really putting in too much to a situation and has to pull back and conserve their own resources. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Really taken for granted, exploited, abused. And I don't mean literally that the royals have exploited her and abused her, but I do think that at some level that she might feel that way. And of course, if you're feeling that level at a subconscious level even, it could manifest as a health condition. And I did see in that reading, that year ahead reading, that she really is pretty tired, and pretty tired of being always the one to do the right thing, and the one who's always sacrificed, and the one who has to just sit quietly and take the abuse and whatever else is thrown her way. And that was causing quite a lot of strain on her and on her marriage as well. So there it's shown up again, same energy, Six of Pentacles in reverse, depleted, unappreciated, that energy. So how is she right now? We've heard that she's had surgery successfully, that she's on the mend. How is she actually? I've got the Five of Swords. It's not a healthy card. It's more of a mental struggle than a physical struggle. Pentacles rule the body, swords rule the mind. So whatever is going on, there is some inner conflict going on in her, some inner struggle, and there could be actual conflict around her, and of course there has been conflict around her. There has been tremendous conflict around her thanks to certain book that came out and accused her of certain things, and she wasn't really defended, and nobody really took any steps to sue perhaps or push back. So that tells me that there is struggle in her mind about something. It could be something that is stress related. I'm just going to say that because Five of Swords is quite a stress card, and it can be pushing your own self too hard and at odds with yourself, the Five of Swords. If you're not fighting with other people, then you're fighting with yourself about something, pushing yourself too hard, maybe having some issues, I'm speculating wildly. I'm not a medical practitioner and I am just a tarot reader, but it could be her own conflict with herself. If she's one of those people who's a perfectionist, she's maybe pushing herself too hard at this point, and it might have shown up as some kind of medical condition. We know that it's abdominal surgery that she's had, and stress can show up in that part of the body. Does for a lot of people, so that's not unusual. Let's see how worried the rest of the royals are about this right now, not the ones in Montecito, the actual royals, the working royals. How worried are they? How serious do they think this is? Page of Swords. I do think that there is worry. It's a mental card. The Page of Swords is a gossipy kind of a card. I think that there's quite a lot of gossip chatter going on with the royals, of speculating and not really possibly even knowing what the real issue is. Worried about how it looks, worried about messages, maybe something leaking out with that Page of Swords in reverse, but they are the page is about communication. I don't think it's about immature energy, unless there is some concern that some of the more junior royals might leak stories inadvertently or deliberately, who knows, with certain of the junior royals, the not working royals. They're worried about gossip. They're worried about speculation. They're worried about what's spreading around on social media. And there have been some quite nasty rumors. There have been some of the squaddies have been out and about saying terrible things, but there have been quite a speculation about what's going on with her health. This isn't doom and gloom. Let's get to the meat of the card. It's not doom and gloom. It's more concerned about the story around the story, about the chatter around the story, about the leaking, the speculation, and people who might be in the loop and who might not be in the loop. I'm looking at the royals collectively, and of course some will be in the loop and some won't. And that card is telling me that that is really what's going on. We've probably got WhatsApp groups and things like that, and being careful about what is told to various people, or even some people speculate that stories have gone out. We know that Prince William likes to test people and leak stories to find out who he can trust and who he can't trust, and we might have that situation on our hands. So it's gone a bit off into the rough, this card. It's not really stayed where I initially intended it to be. The energy has taken me off onto a bit of a detour, shall we just say. So give us a clue, if you can, about what is really going on with her. What is the health concern? That we might just get some idea. We've got the Chariot. And the Chariot is about willpower, is about drive, energy, pushing forward. Again, I'm getting the sense that she's exhausted herself somehow. She's done something to herself that has shown up physically. I'm not getting the cards that I thought I might get that would maybe show women's issues. There's been a lot of speculation that she might have had that kind of surgery. Nothing like that has shown up. The Chariot, of course, is Prince William. I don't think we can blame Prince William, the Cancerian, for this. It's more about pushing oneself, driving oneself too hard. So I'm really getting that whatever is going on with her might have been because she might be over-regulating herself. She might be over-regulating her eating or her exercise or something like that, that might have caused, say, digestive issues. That's the obvious kind of thing that might have happened. My sense of this is just really pushing herself too hard in a way that has somehow led to a health crisis. I'm not getting women's issues in particular here. Yes, it is the Cancerian card, but we have been told it is not cancer as such. There, of course, are precancerous conditions that you can get in your digestive tract, and it might be that kind of thing that could be stress related, something like that, that they have had to operate. Maybe even do some kind of reconstruction or something like reconstructive surgery for her, that they might have been a little bit worried about, wanted to check out. Those are the kinds of directions that the energy is taking me in, and I have seen a lot of speculation around those kinds of issues from people who are medical professionals and say that this could be something that is going on. So they might be quite accurate in their speculation. How's it going to go for her? What's going to be the outcome of this for her personally, her health, her future? What's going to be going on? Page of Wands is a positive card. It's good news. It's optimistic. It's a fresh start. It's a reinvigorated kind of an energy. She might have more fun. And I can remember, I really don't like quoting myself, but I can remember the energy coming through that she needed to play more, she needed to just take more time for her own passion projects and things that she really enjoys doing. And she might do that. It might be that she finally realizes, or she finally allows herself to do some art or some creative projects. Not that she probably doesn't already, but do more of that. The Page of Wands for me is somebody deciding that they're going to go off trekking in the Himalaya, or doing the Camino, or bicycling around South America or something like that. Go and have an adventure. I know she can't really. But perhaps they're going to build in some kind of fun time for her where she can go and have adventures. It's good energy, it's exercise, it's positive, it's enthusiastic, it's happy energy, it's exploring energy, it's good. It's literally good news. So whatever is going on here with her, whatever stressful situation she finds herself in, however depleted she is right now, and however she might at some level feel she's been abused and exploited and taken advantage of, and her good nature being taken advantage of, ultimately it looks as if she's going to come through it in a very good way, and hopefully have some more fun. Allow herself, it's a Capricorns sing this really. Capricorns start their lives off, it's a very terrible cliche, but it is true. Start their lives off, you know, too wise for their own good, and then become more playful and more relaxed as they go on. I think she's hitting that energy now in her early 40s of actually starting to just relax and say, all right, I can have some me time. I don't always have to be perfect, and I don't always have to be on show. And we've seen how badly other royals do, perhaps in California. So give herself a break. And that is your reading. Sorry, it's all a bit wonky, but hopefully it's reassuring. And thank you again for watching.